remember we did the area, let's flip this out. Remember we had the side angle side triangle area where we did 1/2, oops, side, side, sine of angle. Well, that's great when you have side angle side, but if you don't, if you have this oops, side, 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 you have to find all this mumbo jumbo. You have to find what's called the semi-perimeter or half perimeter of the circle by taking the sum, take half of the perimeter, hence why it's called semi-perimeter or half perimeter. Get it? And they use S to represent that. Then you get this nasty formula of the square root of the semi-perimeter times the semi-perimeter minus the side times the semi-perimeter minus the other side times the semi-perimeter times the other side. Well, as you go through all of that, that just looks stupid. Don't do that. Don't ever, 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 ever do that. Heron's formula is great, but we know something better. The side angle side law. Yes, ma'am.
Did you guys turn in 13.5 homework on Friday?
Yes. We had the 2 parts. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, but maybe you should come to school.
And I'll get that for me in a second now. So when you do this, what I want you guys to think of is that working with the side angle side case, where you just take 1/2 side times 1/2 side times the angle, is so much quicker, so much easier than trying to go through all the steps of this. But in order to create the law of sine, or in order to create that side angle side case, you have to use the law of cosines once to find an angle. And you probably realize that by using the law of cosines, it's not terrible. It's just a matter of just pressing a bunch of buttons. I think that it's always easier just to set up one quick thing of law of cosines, and then just find the largest angle and use that with that side angle side case. Does that make sense? Because doing this whole semi-perimeter stuff is just a pain. It's not terrible, but to remember this formula is kind of awful. Because I don't remember it. Lord knows you'll probably forget it as well. It's easier just to do a law of cosines, which might be a little bit more work, but to go back to one that's easier to work with. That's just my own personal opinion. It doesn't really hold much water, if any, but whatever. So here's what I would do. I would use this. If I have this triangle where it's ABC and I have sides of 22, 40, and 50, which angle should I find to use the side angle side case? C. Okay, wait. And I would just set it up. Then I have that. So much quicker just to put it on a calculator and solve it out than it was to try to remember that other formula. Alright, so 416 divided by -2 times 40. Cosine of my answer. I'm getting 103.67. Is anybody agreeing and or disagreeing? 103.67. And then I'm just going to do 1/2, 22, 40, sine 103. What's that? It's a shortcut way to do area of a triangle. If you have side angle side, it's a formula that we use to find the area of a triangle. It's instead of doing 1/2 base times height, because these are non-right triangles.
That's what we learned like on Thursday.
Yeah. So 427.54. something squared. Like I said, if you wanted to go through and use that other formula, that's fine. It just takes forever. Let's do this real quick. So that's and again, I typed that in. Should. You don't hit the wrong button, like I did. Actually, I got this. So it's, but that formula is a pain to keep tabs on. That's what I think. I honestly think for all the stuff that you'll ever come across, if you know this one, it's going to be so much faster. It's so much quicker to use than the other one. And the reason you get a little difference is because I use the law of sines or use the law of cosines to find an angle. You're going to have some variance with it. You do, and it's. My suggestion is to don't ever bother doing this. You're going to forget that formula. This is easy. 1/2 side, and the sine of the angle, because it's side angle side. As long as you use the large sine, you're good. That's all. That's what I would say. You can use it, but I still say doing the other one is easier. I would suggest to do that. Oh, other suggestions. As far as the quiz stuff is concerned, remember, what did I tell you guys about having to worry about the ambiguous case?
Only with law signs.
Yeah, only with the law of sines do you have to worry about searching for the ambiguous case. If it starts out as a problem that's law of cosines, where you have excuse me, where you have all three sides or two side or side angle side like that, then you don't have to worry about using the law of sines for the ambiguous case. The ambiguous case, I'm only going to require that you search for that is if you start with an angle and it's opposite, then you can go through the scenarios and do it. Okay? I think that's fair. There's no reason to do all that super duper extra work. Quiz then will be basically everything we know. We got the law of sines, law of cosines. What I did was I had this I found this one worksheet with some great word problems on it. And in the past, I've handed this out without solutions, and people always have a hard time trying to think about what to do and draw. So what I did was I kept the solutions on it with some diagramming. And now I didn't make this, but I found it, and it's awesome. So it's kind of a good idea if you're working through something, that I would just kind of have a sheet of paper covering it and see if I can draw what I'm thinking that it looks like, and then I've got the real version of what it looks like right there. And then I have some other extra law of sines, law of cosine stuff with answers. I'll let you guys work and answer questions. You're not taking a nap. What? What are you looking at me? I didn't say it. Wake up! Well, Be more awake. So?
It's supposed to be awake on Monday.
Why not?
Because it's just
No. Let me show you. Which one was the one that was really cool?
Did you say which one is really cool?
There's a couple on here that I liked a lot. Oh, number 5, the airplane one.
Are we doing it together?
Yeah, I want to. Yes, sir.
Did you want to give us the assignment?
Yeah. That way you can always check it. I like doing that sometimes with a lot of these things. That way you guys get an idea of how setups work and if you're on the right track and all that. We're starting to get to the point in trig especially. Oop, wrong button. That a lot of times what I do is I put answers on the windows out there. So I'll be like writing all a bunch of answers and stuff like that. Especially when you get the trig identities. Those are fun. An airplane is flying directly towards an airport which is 20 miles away. The pilot notices airplane B 45 degrees to her right. Airplane B is also flying directly towards the airport. The pilot of airplane B calculates that airplane A is 50 degrees to his left. Based on that information, how far away is airplane B from the airport? What? So we need airplanes. Yeah. There's airplane A. It's an American airline.
So what number is this?
Sorry, like, like strong touch.
Here's airplane B for beautiful airline. Yes, sir.
So which degree do we take?
What's that?
There's 2 degrees. Which one to the right?
Well, which one's to the right? Which one's to the left? If you're flying airplane A, is airplane B to your right or left? You're right. As in you're correct. What's that angle then? What's that one? That's 20. What do you do to find out how far away it is from the airport? Do I need that angle?
From the airport.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how far away it is from the airport.
What the heck is that?
That's a little tower thing. Is it the
Yeah.
It's the air control tower.
It's the little like, they're like
Yes,
grass
I'm
on top
actually
of
angry.
it. The spikes that you just
Oh, obviously.
No, like I'm actually angry.
That it
Is
runs.
that the airport?
Is that the little skinny thing?
Dude,
Fire.
dude,
I
dude,
saw it like one of those
dude,
towers
dude,
from
dude,
March.
dude, dude, dude,
I think you're missing.
No, like I'm actually
Name your face.
angry person.
That was really unfair.
You blew me off. You're the guy who's supposed to
Really?
Wow, sorry. I really am like a 7-year-old child sometimes, I think.
Yeah, it's good.
So how do you figure that out? You use the law of
Science.
And by now you can probably do some quick math. You don't even have to write it out. I bet 20 sine 45 divided by sine 50. 1846. It's a great year. What are you mumbling about?
You should text me earlier than that.
Oh yeah, don't worry about 6, you're right. That's a pre-calc class, we haven't done that yet.
Wait, can you exit out of the calculator so we can probably not
Yeah, 6 is a little bit different. Let's talk about here, west of north. That's a whole, yeah, that's actually something we talk about in pre-calc. I don't think we need to worry about doing bearing problems in this class, even though some people have to do it. Let's see, I don't think the other one. So if you see 17 degrees 47 minutes to the tower, that just means 17.47 degrees.
Mr.
What's that?
There is a knot, and with its opposite side.
Yeah, 7 is another bearing style problem. I wouldn't worry about that. It's got a lot of.
How big you actually?
I mean, you can do it. It's just that we don't need to.
I don't need to.
Yeah, 6 and 7 we don't need. I should have just cut those. I didn't think of that. Oh well. Yeah, the rest are pretty easy. I should be able to do it. Bless you.
Are you very serious?
That was just a regular trick though, right?
Lost side, yeah. Bless you. But it's the idea is so what people get messed up on is I don't know what that means. To my right, to my left. That's why when you draw it, you have to kind of visualize what's going on. What's that? Yeah, and that's what you get used to. Okay. There's any others? You guys still have? I gave you back that other worksheet with the stuff we did in class, right? The law science stuff. The one out of the back, out of the book. Is it 13.1? That elevation depression problems. Remember how we ran it off? You guys have that back. Actually, I mean, you want to keep yours in case you want to study off it.
Keep my what?
That 13.1 stuff. Remember how I ran off that page,
Yeah.
that back stuff? If you wanted to go back and look at any of that, that way you have it. You did it. I'm not worried. Yeah, make sure you remember how to do all those. Especially you have to do subtractions and stuff. What those look like. And that one problem. We did one like that in class too.
This is really. Because we're just doing regular trig stuff like SOHCAHTOA, and then we're doing like law of sines and law of cosines, right? On the quiz tomorrow.
Yeah, because then when we start then on Wednesday, we'll be in 13.2. We'll probably be in that for the rest. We'll be in that for the rest of the week. We'll do that for the rest of the week then.
I'm pretty sure we're moving. I thought we were in school tomorrow. I think I'm going to be pretty sure, or at least for this class. So can I rescind this from Friday's homework tomorrow, and then I'll just study, and then I'll take the quiz tomorrow.
That's fine. If you want, what do you have first hour?
That's what I was like.
I have driver's license.
Oh, you can just ask. Say if you wanted to come up and take quiz first hour, if you were leaving out or whatever.
Well, okay, my mom told me she thought we were leaving at 10 a.m., but my friend Daniel, who's also going, he thinks we're leaving at like 4:30. So I just texted everyone, what? PM, like after school. So I don't know whether to get all the work from my teachers today or not.
Just get it and then.
Because you're gone for the rest of the week then, right?
Yeah, I'll be gone Wednesday through Friday for sure.
I know.
The heck?
Shut up, Sawyer.
Send me an email from your school thing, and I will send you the link from previous years 13.2 stuff. That way you can get ahead of it and see what it looks like, so you understand it. So that way I'll just pull up the old videos that I have on there, and then you'll at least know where we're headed with it. I'm assuming you'll probably have internet, right?
Yeah.
Anything we do, I'll have it'll be either out of the book, or I do know for a fact that I have a couple of worksheets that I use pretty regularly on these things. You can at least, I'll have it as a PDF, so you can at least pull it up and look at it.
Okay.
So if you have bring a notebook with you so you can write something down. That would probably be a good idea, and then go from there. Because I haven't, when I got here this morning, I didn't have a chance to run off the other 13.2 stuff that I had. If you swing by and flex, I might have those done. I'll have those done by later on today.
Yeah, I have to make up a test that I missed on Friday during class.
Gotcha. It stinks when you're good at stuff, right? No, and where are you guys going this time?
We're Well.